Good morning, students. Good morning to all of you. So in the last class, we have discussed about what is curve, classification of special curves, define a cycloid, types of cycloids, and engineering applications of cycloids. These are the topics we have discussed in the previous class. So today we are going to discuss about the construction of general cycloid by using construction procedure. So this is unit 1 class 10. So all of you listen carefully. Okay. So in this class we will learn about the construction of general cycloid. Construction of general cycloid. So all of you listen carefully. So in this class we are going to discuss about these two topics. First we should define the cycloid, then after we will discuss about the construction of general cycloid. So first we will see definition of the cycloid. So how can we define cycloid? So already we have seen the definition of the cycloid in the previous class. Okay, once again listen. See here, how can we define cycloid means? So whenever the circular body rolls along a straight line without slipping, then it forms one type of curve that is called cycloid. See here, this is a circular body and this one is a straight path or straight line. So on this straight line, the circular body is rolling towards the right side. So here, this circular body, initially the circular body is contacting with the straight path at point P. Okay, so when the circular body is rolling like this, so after completion of half revolution, the point P comes up at this particular position. Next half revolution, again this point P comes down at this particular position. So we got the 3 points. So that is P1, P2, P3. So if we join these 3 points, we get the cycloidal curve. Okay, so this is how we get the cycloid curve when the circular body is rolling along a straight path without slipping. I hope you understand. So let us see problem. Problem will be like this. See here, this is a problem. A circle of diameter 40 mm which rolls on a straight line without slipping. Trace the locus of a point on the circumference of the circle rolling for one complete revolution. So name the curve and also draw the tangent and normal line at any point on the curve. So here in this problem, so if you observe this problem, so we have a circle of diameter 40 mm. This 40 mm diameter is rolling on a straight path. Okay, rolling on a straight path. So we have to draw the cycloidal curve for this 40 mm diameter circle. So here the question is given, name the curve. Name the curve means, so what curve is this means? So is this general cycloid or epicycloid or hypocycloid? So what curve is this means? So the given curve is nothing but what? General cycloid. Why? Because so here the circular body is rolling on a straight path. The circular body is rolling on a straight path. So that's why the given curve is what? General cycloid. If the circular body rolls on another circle, that is epicycloid. If the circular body rolls inside the another circle, that is hypocycloid. So in this problem, the circular body is rolling on a straight path. So that's why the given curve is what? General cycloid. So this is a given data. Circle of diameter, so 40 mm. So this circle is revolving or rotating on the straight path. So for one complete revolution, we have to draw the cycloidal curve. See here, this is a circular body. This circular body is rolling on this straight path. See here, this circular body is initially this circular body is contacting with this straight path at point P. So after completion of half revolution, the point P comes upside. Okay, at this particular position. So next half revolution it comes down. So at this particular position. So here, whenever the circular body rolling on the straight path, so how much distance traveled by this circular body horizontally, means so that is 2 pi r distance. That is 2 pi r distance. So whenever the circular body making one complete revolution, so it moves horizontally 2 pi r distance. It moves horizontally 2 pi r distance. Okay. So if we join these 3 points, we get the cycloidal curve. So let us see how to draw the general cycloid with construction procedure. Okay. So all of you listen carefully. All of you observe carefully this construction procedure. See here, if you want to construct a general cycloid, so here we have some points construction procedure. So that is the first point. Draw the rolling circle of diameter 40 mm. First we need to draw the circle, rolling circle of diameter 40 mm. First we need to draw the rolling circle of diameter 40 mm. A second point, divide this circle into 12 number of equal parts. 12 number of equal parts. So third point, draw the baseline PQ which is equal to circumference of the circle. PQ is therefore PQ is equal to 2 pi r. This is the third point. Fourth point, divide the baseline into 12 number of equal parts. And fifth point is draw the horizontal lines from the points F, GE, HD, IC, JB and KAL. From these points, draw the horizontal lines. Sixth point, draw the perpendicular lines from the points 1, 2, 3 and so on 12 dash. These lines intersect center line at O1, O2, O3, O4 and so on O12. Seventh point, with center O1 and radius equal to radius of the rolling circle, draw arc on KA line at point 1, P1, at point P1. So repeat this seventh step for all points to get P1, P2, P3, P4, P3, P6, P7 and so on P12. So if we draw a smooth curve to the points P1, P2, P3, P4, P12, so we get the general cycloidal curve. This is a construction procedure. Okay, we need not know by heart this construction procedure. So let us see how to draw the general cycloid by using this construction procedure step by step. So first point is what? Draw the rolling circle of diameter 40 mm. See here, first we need to draw the circle of diameter 40 mm. Next, divide this circle into 12 number of equal parts. Divide this circle into 12 number of equal parts. Already we know that how to divide a circle into 12 number of equal parts by using circle dividing method. Okay. So from the base point, draw the baseline. So this is a baseline PQ. Okay. Next, third point, divide this baseline into same number of equal parts. Divide this PQ into same number of equal parts. Before that, so what is the distance of the PQ? What is the distance of the PQ means? So whenever the circular body rolls on a straight path for one revolution, so horizontally it moves 2 pi r distance, means that is the circumference of the circle. So therefore 2 pi r is equal to what? 2 into pi, 3.14 into, so here r is nothing but what? Radius of the rolling circle, 20. So if we calculate this one, so we get the 125.6 mm. So that baseline distance will be 125.6 mm. The PQ distance is what now? 125.6 mm. Okay. So now divide this baseline into same number of equal parts, 12 parts. So already you know how to divide a line into equal number of equal parts by using line dividing method. See here, draw any inclined line. On this inclined line, mark 12 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on 12. Okay, so these are the 12 points. Okay, so join this 12 point and Q point with the help of drafter or scale. Okay, So parallel to this line, draw another lines from the 11, from the 10, from 10, 9.8, 10, 11, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we get the 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, and so on 12 dash. Okay, so now we have divided this PQ into 12 number of equal parts by using line dividing method. Next, fifth point, draw the horizontal line from the point F, GE and HD, IC, JB, KAL. So here, before that, so we have to give the names for these parts. So this is point A, point B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Okay. So from point F, draw one horizontal line. From points G and E, draw the horizontal line. From point H and D, draw the horizontal line. From point I and C, draw the horizontal line. Similarly, JB and KA from L point also. So then after, draw the perpendicular lines from 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, and so on, 7 dash, and so on, 12 dash. See here, from 1 dash, draw one perpendicular line. From 2 dash, again draw the perpendicular line. Similarly, up to 12 dash. So these perpendicular lines will meet your center line at point O1, O2, O3, O4, O5, and so on, O12. Okay, so now with the help of compass, seventh point, with the help of compass, take PO as a radius, means that is what? Radius of the rolling circle. Take radius of the rolling circle is as a radius. O1 is the center point. Cut the KA line. This is a KA line. KA line. Okay. And similarly, with the same radius, now center is what? O2. Cut the JB line like this. And similarly, with the same radius, now center is O3. Cut the IC line. Similarly, with the same radius, now center is O4. Again, cut the HD line. With center 5, cut the GE line. So now with center O6, cut the F line. Cut the F line. So similarly, remaining center with the same radius, draw the arcs like this. You will get the P1, P2, P3, P4, and so on, P12. Okay. So if we join these three, these points P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, and so on, P12, so we get the general cycloid curve. So by using HB pencil, we have to draw the general cycloid curve. So this is our general cycloid curve. It should be dark. This is the answer part. Okay. So this is how we get the general cycloid by using above construction procedure. So let us draw a tangent and normal line. So if you want to draw a tangent and normal line for this general cycloid, so first we should take a point on the cycloidal curve. We should take a point on the cycloid curve. This is a point I am taking here. Okay, this is M point. So with the help of compass, take a radius as rolling circle radius. Take radius as rolling circle radius. Cut the center line. So this is the center point. What is the radius? Rolling circle radius is the radius. M is the center point. Cut your center line at this particular position. You will get one point, that is S. From point S, draw one perpendicular line. It will meet your baseline at point N. Join N point and M point. So this is your normal line. So for this normal line, draw tangent. So here red color line is your normal line and black color line is your tangent. So these two lines should be perpendicular to each other. Okay. So after completion of this diagram, so we have to give the dimension. So here After completion of total diagram, we have to give the dimensions. See here, from the point P, draw one extension line, and from point Q, draw extension line. This is extension line. So in between we have to draw the dimension line. This is our dimension line. So what is the distance of the PQ? 2 pi r. So or pi d or 2 pi r, both are same. That is equal to 40 into pi d, means d is nothing but 40. Pi is equal to 3.14. So this is a length of the PQ. And what is the diameter of the circle? Pi 40. This is the diameter of the circle. I hope you understand. Thank you so much.